Hi everyone, Sanjeev here. In this video, I want to talk about how much money do we really need. Yesterday, me and my wife were chatting, and over the years we have built up a portfolio, and now we are in a position where we go on holidays. We quite go to India every year to spend good 1 month time with family, and and bit of holiday in between now and then, and but while discussing that, my wife says, I remember one holiday, it was almost 10 years ago, I would say. We used to rent that time in a one-bedroom unit. Walking to the paramedic station, I used to work in the city. My wife used to work that time also in city. And that time, I know once we went to Blue Mountains, we booked, a nice place, a decent place, I would say in Blue Mountains, and it was not far from Paramita, but we went there, explored. We went for a lot of bushwalking and all the stuff activities, and she says it was such a memorable trip that she still remember. Nothing fancy, and now we went, and she still remember that we were so happy. We were at peace, calm, and enjoyed every moment of that trip. So now why I'm highlighting this one, because now still we go on holidays, we're going exploring other countries, other cities, but sometime we are in that rush. Still, as of course now we're in business, right? So it's most of the time it's like go go go. You have something on the plate, and especially as the owner of the of the business, we always responsible to the customers, our team members. So even though we enjoy, but what she was reflecting on, that kind of piece, look at like, how much we need. Because when we look at, like, hey, I need to big a big property portfolio, or I need a lot of cash and all, or I need to really retire early. What does it mean, right? So like, because most of the time what happens is we are living some other people life. We look at someone else and say, oh, wow, he has done so well, right? And I wish I could have done that. Or we are already doing well, but we are chasing that game, right? But it's good to pause down and look what makes you happy, how much you need, right? Like, because I can tell you, most of us don't need much. So the point is, look at your thing, like what makes you happy, because sometimes we are chasing someone else's dream. Just all you need is, maybe if you're a property person, just few good investment properties, let them grow, and start early, because this is the game of time also. We can't expect that we buy a property and it will grow tomorrow. Of course, in recent years, last 2 3 years, market has been very crazy. We have seen significant capital growth, which probably we'll see in next few years as well, because it's a clear, we have low supply, demand is high, we are not building any houses. So but you don't expect this kind of craziness what's going right now forever, right? When I started investing, a good 6 7% in a year capital growth was good, and we used to be very happy with that. So yeah, I think um, the biggest thing I want to say in this video is that work on your goal, like how much you need, when you want to pay down your house, or if you have your rent investor, then how much passive income you need, or where you want to buy a house to live in future, right? Start thinking, because if we don't plan, then it will never happen. Of course, when we plan, it's not gonna work 100% exactly the same way. We need to be flexible. Things will change, right? Because, and that's where we need to be a good uh, uh, in understanding, and then at the same time learning. Wherever if you're going in an investment path like property investment, then again make sure you learn enough. Even you have a property mentor or you use a buyer agent, irrespective, you have to digest and then take action. And this is always a long-term game, right? It's not a 1 year, 2 year. If you look at it, my journey, me and my wife were playing, strongly in last 10 years. We have dedicated our last 10 years in this game. So, it's very important that you lean down. And another thing I want to say, that see, you may not be a property person, and somehow you get some fear in taking a lot of loans and this and that. And if that's you, that's okay. Property is just one of the vehicle. It is one of the best vehicle, I agree. And I will say, um, but there are a lot of other vehicles which you can do. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, that's okay. But then you look at yourself and say, hey, what what is something I want to do it, and lean in that path. Like for me, I become a computer engineer because that was the trend back in my time, right? And I become an engineer, got a good job, and moved to Australia, and it was good. I enjoyed the challenges, the IT project gives, and I truly loved working. But then I realized that, hey, it's not serving me the purpose where I want to do what I want to do it. And that's where I thought, okay, what are the other things I can do it? And that's where I started learning property. And guess what? I enjoyed the path. And that's where I started upskilling myself. I started leaning in the game. I learned about property, everything I could. That's why I invested a lot in self-education, a lot in mentoring, a lot in everything, a lot in doing also. Because we can all learn, have mentors, read a lot of books, but if we don't take action, nothing happens. So the real knowledge comes by doing things. Also, that if you're looking in the property, don't get into the property because of the peer pressure or because your partner is pushing you. And sometimes we need the push, right? But it should not be that it's becoming too much for you, right? Where because if it is not, it is not. And if it is for you, if you lean into it, but you have to give some time as well. Lean into it and see how you go, and then look at the bigger picture and allow yourself to absorb and give some time, right? Um, and a lot of people these days even reach out to me, Sanjeev, I would like to change my career, or should I even become a buyer agent? I love property. Hey, my answer to you is that ask yourself, like, are you enjoying this property game, and how much you have done it? Because sometimes at surface level, I can say I love to play guitar, right? I would love to be a musician, but do I really enjoy working hard? Can you work, can you think of property 24 hours? Can you learn about it? How much time you're spending? Or you're just looking at half an hour about property and you're getting bored? I think one question I recently learned, like good way to ask is like, if if this was the last day of your life in this world, right? Then would you still see doing that? Like, and if it is property is the thing you see yourself doing the even on the last day of your life, then yeah, these are the good signs of seeing yourself like doing this. I think otherwise go all in. Property is amazing. I know I'm just one of the investors, like many of you and many of others investors, right? It has a proven track record. It's not something I'm doing or you're doing for the first time. Many have done it, and many have been successful, right? And I'm sure many have failed also, but again, we need to learn from people who are successful, right? And learn from other failures as well. So what they have done which made them fail, or what people have done which they make them succeed, right? So there's enough people, not only in Australia, across the world, and especially in Australia, you'll see many people successful in this field. So um, but come back to the basics, understand your goal, how much you want to earn. Recently, one of my clients even asked me, Sanjeev, tell me, we are buying these properties. They just bought their second property actually recently, and they're saying, Sanjeev, now how many properties I need to buy, keep buying? So, we're talking about, so, like the long-term plan. And I was saying, come back to your goal, right? Like, when do you want to retire? They were in their, they were in their mid 30s, and I said, you've got good enough, like, good um, time, but you decide that in how many years you see retiring from your current work, or going part-time, or what is that you want to see in your life, right? And that way, because property is just a vehicle, right? It's not the end goal. It's a vehicle too, which can help you create wealth for you and your next generation. and at the same time produce some passive income, because it generate income. So so you decide how much you want, and then you do the backtracking, and and then play this game. And of course, surround with other smarter people who can guide you, because this game, it's like a sports game, right? Like, you can't just play yourself. You need good people around you, good accountant, good mortgage broker, good advocates, like either a mentor or good buyer agents, good other investor friends, so you can surround, and you can lean upon, and just play this game hard, right? Because it's not like, just um, so like in any sports, right? You'll have challenges as well on the way, and then you need to upskill your game, and keep doing it. So I thought I'll share this. But yeah, I think coming back to now the conversation why wife has started, it reflects on us also, that hey, while we can see other people, oh, they've got 100 of property, 200 properties, right? But for us, we don't need that kind of property. For us, it's like, hey, coming back, that we want a decent income, a good lifestyle, but at the same time spend quality time with family and parents who are back in India. So, and I've got we are like four. We are two brothers, two sisters. I would love to spend more time back in India with my siblings as well, which last in this rat race of work and life, right? I have not spent much time like last 15 years. Luckily now last few years I've been able to go and spend time with them, but still I would like to spend more time with them, their kids. um, you know so yeah, that's me, right? But for you it could be something different. So again, know what you want and align yourself, whatever you do, that how this work or this property or your job or business is aligned to what you want in your life. Hope this video give you some insight, and I hope this video helps someone. But otherwise, yeah, I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching this video.